and welcome to Nix Checks In About Stuff. Hello. Yeah, this is the podcast Happy Mail setup and everything, but this is definitely a check-in sort of video. And wow, it does not feel like it's been over a month since I posted that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about a month ago, I laid it out all on the table about my mental health, about what was happening, about what I was dealing with, what I was struggling with, all the things in between. And wow, the time has flown. That is for sure, because I looked and I thought, so I posted that sometime in August, and it turned out that I posted it July 29th, and it does not feel like it's been that long. But at the same time, it kind of does in some ways, but I won't get into that sort of thing. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking, another checking in video, proper follow-up, that sort of thing. Just to say, hey, what's going on? That sort of thing. And I actually had planned and thought about, okay, I'm going to sit down and this is what I'm going to say and everything. I'd planned to do that last week, but then something happened and it wasn't a good thing, and some of you may have seen it because I did a little somewhat general post about what happened, and that was someone I used to call a friend decided that it was okay and appropriate to mock me in front of other people, no less, about my mental health, about what I've gone through, about making a video about what I've gone through. And oh wow, did that hurt. Yes. And I don't mind this person if they're watching. I don't mind them knowing that it did hurt, because that's what they intended it to do, and it did. And so I had planned on checking in and I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do a rant style checking in. Yes, I was hurt, and yes, I was quite angry at the time when it happened, but then I quickly got through the anger and I realized I felt and feel really bad for this person, because without getting into specifics, because it's not my right, for this particular person to attack me about mental health, I feel like they must be going through something very bad. So I feel bad for this person, and I really hope that if they're at a point where they're mocking me or anybody else for their mental health issues, that if things are that bad, I really hope that whatever's going on resolves. But that aside, so I didn't want to do a roar, I'm so angry and hurt about all of the things, checking in as such, not when things were so raw and everything. I still have a lot of feelings about the subject, but obviously having made myself vulnerable in that way, and having it thrown back in my face and having my depression thrown back in my face, my breakdown thrown back in my face, it was quite a shock. But another thing I realized, along with I'm not as angry as I thought I was, I'm actually feel very bad for this person and whatever they're going through. I also realized I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed for having depression. I am not ashamed for having suicidal ideation and urges, that sort of thing. I'm still going through it. There are still times where I think about just disappearing. There'll be some glitter involved. I love glitter. But there are still times, especially at night, when just this bag of awful bricks just hits me in the chest, and it leaves me breathless and sobbing, and I hate it, and I don't know what to do with all of the awful that is happening inside me. But I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed I'm dealing with that. I'm not ashamed I'm going through that. I'm making that video and reaching out and letting people know what was going on. I'm not ashamed of it. There was some ugly crying going on in there. I am not ashamed of it. Reaching out like I did was the best thing that I could have done. Will it be the best thing for everybody? Like, not everybody has to make a YouTube video, but this is where I am, and this is how I communicate en masse, if you will. Just, I'm not ashamed of it. And anyone and everyone, anyone who wants to, they can try mocking me if they want to, but I'm not ashamed. I mean, it was hard. Move the mic. It was hard. It wasn't pretty. But I will not for a single moment ever feel ashamed about talking about my mental health. I'm seeing a therapist. I'm seeing if medication is going to help me. It's still a bit of a wobbly road. I also am trying alternative therapies that strike me at the moment, like throwing mugs against brick walls. I really actually don't like this phrase, but it is what it is. And I am what I am. I am who I am. And I'm Nix. And I am someone who I've tried to be open about my mental health issues. I have tried to explain what's going on and write about depression and anxiety and everything in my zines. I've tried to do all of these things in an effort to show people it's okay to talk about these things. It's okay to get help if you need to. I did lose that along the way. I did, because I felt like I was, as I said in the previous video, I didn't want to be a burden. It was all too much. I didn't want to just be like, hey, I'm going to unload all of these things and expect you to deal with it. And it's just, it was hard, and I felt like so much of a burden, even as I was doing this thing that turned out to be the best possible thing. Because what also turned out to happen was that it's not a burden to let people show you that they care. It was actually quite freeing and amazing, and obviously not everybody's going to make a YouTube video. Not everybody's going to say it in such a public way, but the reaching out in and of itself was the best possible thing I could do, even if I could have done it a lot sooner. So yes, that's me. I guess it is a bit of a rant, isn't it? I didn't mean it to be. I'm not coming from a place of anger. I'm coming from a place where it took a bit of provocation, unfortunately, for me to realize that, no, I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. I never will be about this, because it is what I'm dealing with. It is similar to what a lot of people are dealing with, especially this year, especially with everything that's going on. And none of us should ever have a single moment of feeling like they can't speak out or shouldn't speak out. And that's just my 2 cents on the subject. So I'm here. I'm still doing my thing. I am figuring things out. I am trying. I am just holding on when the waves get high and enjoying the sunshine when the waves are calm. Thank you. Thank you with all of my heart to everyone who, when I reached out, they reached back. Thank you for the purple hearts. That was really, really beautiful. Thank you for the purple hearts. And thank you for the donuts. And thank you especially for the hand to hold. If you're wondering what I'm on about, there are just ways people have shown caring and support, and I am eternally, infinitely, and forever grateful. Thank you. And yeah, that's me. I'm still kicking. I'm still here. Still just being really, really enthusiastic and thankful for zines. So yes, I will not prattle on too much. I will just say thank you. Thank you. And stay safe. Ask for help if you need it. Give help if you can. And you don't need a reason or an occasion to let people know you care about them, that you love them, that you appreciate them, anything and everything. Because believe me, it's those kind of statements are wonderful on the occasions, are wonderful in the celebrations, are wonderful, but when they come just randomly out of the blue, they are especially beautiful. So this is me having a bit of a ramble about the things and just letting you know that yes, the path is long and winding, but it is made easier by those who would guide us, hold our hands, pick us up when we need picking up, and all that good stuff. So until next time, dear, wonderful, amazing friends, people who may be friends in the future, people who have just randomly come across this video and have made it this far, please stay safe and never ever feel bad for expressing yourself when you need help. So until next time, spread a little sunshine. Mwah. For anyone who needs them or would like them, hugs.